Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Hello everyone, this video is the start of a new series about Diablo Lore. I will use some characters, some villains, some special things I want to show you in some videos about the lore about Diablo 3. To kick this series off, we're going to start with Deckard Cain, of course. Let's go. Cain was born in the year 1202 to Eidos Cain and a tanner as his father. His mother forbid him from taking his father's surname, that's why in the beginning he is known as Cain, nothing less. As a child growing up in Twistern, Cain grew up on stories of the Horadrim and considered himself proud to be the last Horadrim. He imagined himself traveling the world, fighting evil wherever it dwelt. By the age of 11, however, he had grown tired of his mother's story and growing madness. It was also at his age that he lost his father to sickness. Despite his mother's pleas, Cain wanted nothing to do with her fairy stories, declaring that if angels or demons really existed, they were free to come for him. Cain served as a schoolmaster and storyteller in Tristan. Of the fellow townsfolk he counted Pepin as perhaps his closest friend. He also had fondness for Gillian and respect for Griswold for his hard work. At some point in his life, Cain married with Amelia and had a son, Jared, who bore the name of Cain's Horadic ancestor in 1233. As the years drove on, however, Cain became absorbed in scholarly pursuits, shutting out friends and family and leaving no time for them. Tension rose between him and Amelia, and often they argued, usually concerning Cain's lack of presence in his son's life. In 1237, 4 years later, with Cain now at the age of 35, Amelia took Jared and left Twistern. They wanted to go east to live at a different place. However, bandits attacked their wagon, killing them. Cain received written notifications of their deaths and later visited the site of the attack. You can conclude that Cain was schooling himself about the Horadic teachings, but he didn't also believe it. He was schooled, but he take every bit of salt of grain. That is, however, going to change in history, because a big evil is going to be poison. During the darkening of Tristram, you can find Deckard Cain in the center of Tristram at the fountain. Normally he does only speak, wise, and identify of course your items, but there's something more about him. Some people also say he knows more than he knows for himself. And that is going to happen when you bring him the staff of Lazarus to Cain. Then you're going to feel, who is he really?
This does not bode well, for it confirms my darkest fears. While I did not allow myself to believe the ancient legends, I cannot deny them now. Perhaps the time has come to reveal who I am. My true name is Deckard Cain, the Elder, and I am the last descendant of an ancient brotherhood that was dedicated to safeguarding the secrets of a timeless evil. An evil that quite obviously has now been released. The Archbishop Lazarus, once King Leoric's most trusted advisor, led a party of simple townsfolk into the labyrinth to find the king's missing son, Albrecht. Quite some time passed before they returned, and only a few of them escaped with their lives. Curse me for a fool! I should have suspected his veiled treachery then. It must have been Lazarus himself who kidnapped Albrecht and has since hidden him within the labyrinth. I do not understand why the Archbishop turned to the darkness, or what his interest is in the child, unless he means to sacrifice him to his dark masters. That must be what he has planned. The survivors of his rescue party say that Lazarus was last seen running into the deepest bowels of the labyrinth. You must hurry and save the prince from the sacrificial blade of this demented fiend. Your story is quite grim, my friend. Lazarus will surely burn in hell for his horrific deed. The boy that you describe is not our prince, but I believe that Albrecht may yet be in danger. The symbol of power that you speak of must be a portal in the very heart of the labyrinth. Know this, my friend. The evil that you move against is the Dark Lord of Terror. He is known to mortal men as Diablo. It was he who was imprisoned within the labyrinth many centuries ago, and I fear that he seeks to once again sow chaos in the realm of mankind. You must venture through the portal and destroy Diablo before it is too late.
It seemed so well after the defeat of Diablo. The town was happy, everyone is happy, big party, even Cain was happy, but nothing more is less. Aiden, the great hero of Tristram, has jammed the soul stone of Diablo in his forehead. No one knew that. Bit strange since a big stone in your forehead is not visible, but never mind. Aiden began losing his mind, and after a few weeks after the great defeat, he left, and demons attacked Tristram. They imprisoned Cain inside a cage in the center of the town, leaving him to die. All seemed lost for Cain. But we found him again in Diablo 2. Then we find him in a cage imprisoned in the center of the town of Tristram. The new heroes are going to rescue Cain, and he is going to help us.
It is clear that we are facing an evil difficult to comprehend, let alone combat. There is only one Horadrim sage, schooled in the most arcane history and lore, who could advise us. His name is Deckard Cain. You must go to Tristram and find him, my friend. I pray that he still lives.
Help!
Deckard Cain, leave quickly.
We saved Deckard Cain from Tristram. He follows us from Act 1 to Act 2. Deckard Cain has taken care of his niece, Leah. Leah is the daughter of Adria, and in beginning of Diablo 3, also the father is unknown. Later is going to be known as Diablo, but that's a story for another time. We're going to focus on Deckard Cain. Deckard Cain and Leah are searching the entire world about solution, about a kind of prophecy, the prophecy of the end day. Deckard Cain and Leah search the entire world to find a solution about stopping the end times. Eventually they brought it back to the cathedral of Tristram. They wanted to search for the sign of a falling star, and they found it. They found it very hard.
We should be getting you home.
But there's still work to be done. If these translations are correct, the powers of hell could already be on the move. The world must be told of the coming darkness. You do believe me, don't you, Leah? It has begun.
Leave it, Uncle. It's not important.
Leah survived the impact, but Deckard Cain was blasted inside the depths of the cathedral. Time for new heroes to rise up and save him.
Foul minions, stay back! Back! May this wedge home. The skeleton king.
The power of the fallen star awakened me, and soon all will suffer as I have suffered. Gods, bring me his bones.
Save you! Stay back! Oh, thank you.
You live. Fortune smiles on you, old man. I'm here to bring you back to Leah.
Oh, it is wonderful to hear.
After saving Cain, after killing the Skeleton King and getting the stranger known as the Fallen Star, we go back to Deckard Cain. To find more about the prophecy of the end days, we need to find the 3 shards of the stranger's sword to help him remember everything. Only by the 3rd shard something bad happened, and that does not went well for Deckard Cain.
Damn, it's not here.
While you were on your hero's errand here, I captured all 3 sword pieces and your friends.
I should have known. I must get back to Cain's house.
It's your choice, Cain. Either use your Horadrim arts to repair the sword, or your dear Leah dies a horrible death.
All this pain, this destruction. What is the sword to you?
To me, nothing. To my master, Belial, everything. Your rage is overwhelming, girl. You win this round, but if the sword cannot be mine, I'll claim the one it's bound to. In the end, the blade shall be mine.
Uncle, you can't die.
Nothing can stop that now. But there is one last thing I must do. The sword must be made whole. Just as I suspected, the sword is of the high heavens. The stranger is an angel. Heed the journal. The truth lies within.
Uncle Deckard!
And so ends the story of the last Horadrim. After defeating the Butcher and restoring the memory of the stranger, which is Tyrael, Leah, Tyrael and the hero will cremate the body of Deckard Cain. Leah promises to Deckard Cain that she will pick up the work he's left behind. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more lore video, and I will see you the next time. See you later.